when it started.
Okay.
Because that countdown doesn't help. It just makes it confusing.
Oh, get music
Hello!
ready.
Oh, we're going.
Hello.
Sorry. Hello,
Sorry.
everyone, and welcome to the Pineapples and Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple the Fruit, and this is your fellow host.
Me. Hello.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Huh.
we're broke.
No, it's good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're
Okay.
going. We're going. We're going.
We exist.
I need to find a non-copyright playlist really quick. Alright. There we are. Hopefully that's good. Alright.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Today was a wacky week. It was quirky. It was awful.
It's awful.
I don't know. Persona
No,
5
it wasn't
Strikers
that
came
bad.
out, and I'm excited for that. So, it wasn't that
Yeah.
bad.
So we got the first Super Nintendo for year and a half, I believe it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a stupid.
Basically went. So guys, you like Nintendo Directs? That's really cool because we actually.
Yeah.
And then we never heard anything from them again for a year and a half. Until now.
Until the year and a
they
half
gave
passed.
us one. So they basically went. All right, sorry about disappearing.
I was
Here's our direct we had a year and a half ago. That we're finally giving you.
Here is our year
And
and
so
a half
everybody's-
worth of effort.
Yeah. And everybody's really excited. We were too. We were like, oh boy, new direct. I wonder what they'll give us. I can't wait to see the new announcements. I bet it'll be big because it's 50 minutes long and, you know, it's a long direct. It's been a year and a half. They've got to have something.
Hi guys, do you like golf and Wii ports?
This was the port and RPG direct.
Yeah. If you're an RPG fan, you're probably quite happy right now, but
Oh yeah, everything that wasn't an RPG was literally a port of another game just coming
or
to Switch.
Mario Golf.
And it was
Or just
Mario
Mario
Golf is an RPG.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
it might be.
It might be. It'd be funny if it was. I can't wait to see the great story unfold of Mario Tennis. Or not Mario Tennis, Mario freaking Golf. Last time we had like the Infinity Racket. Are we gonna have the Infinity Golf ball?
Oh no.
I have to collect the 6 golf balls.
I have to putt all 6 golf balls using the infinity putt.
And they all have to land in the same infinity hole, or it won't
Yeah.
work.
And then I can destroy half the Nintendo lineup.
If I don't
But
get a hole
yeah.
in one, it'll only be a quarter.
Because we're gonna be very angry throughout this podcast for the next few minutes. I want to get out the highlights.
I've kind
of
of
direct first.
cooled down since then, so I'm not gonna be
I'm
quite as
still
angry.
pissed.
I'm still, I'm sad.
Oh, that's worse.
I'm just like, I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
But yeah, since our tone's gonna be not very negative, I guess. Let's get the good parts of the direct first. Pyra and Mithra in Smash. I'm irrelevant to that. I don't really have any input other than I'm glad the people who asked for it got the thing they wanted.
Yeah, it's cool.
Uh,
I mean, we wanted sword characters to stop getting added to Smash, so they just added a sword. So I don't know what that falls under. I
yeah.
don't know what adding a sword falls under.
Splatoon 3 looks cool for Splatoon fans.
Oh yeah, no, it looks
It looks really good.
yeah. I mean, out of all of the Splatoon games thus far, this one looks the most interesting to me. Like, other than the Octoling expansion, Splatoon 2 doesn't actually have a lot going for it for me, because
Yeah.
honestly, I liked while Splatoon is an incredibly fun game,
Mhm.
Online games don't hold on that long for me, especially competitive ones, because I tend to
Yeah.
suck at them. So when people get good, I don't find any worth in it anymore. And but I really like the campaigns. But I heard the
Yeah.
campaign for the second one wasn't good until the Octo expansion, but I still haven't bought it, so I can't report on that. But I mean, if this one has even a semi-interesting campaign, because there's so
Yeah.
much they could do with what they've built. But also, this isn't coming out until 2022, so.
Yeah, it's not coming out this year. Mario Golf looks
Man.
like a good Mario Golf game.
Yeah, you can move,
You can move.
you can run. Who
We'll
knows
see.
what
I
you'll
mean,
have to run from.
It looks alright, but so did Mario Tennis Ultra Smash or whatever. The one on the Wii U.
Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. I mean, the sports games are fun, but like
Yeah.
more, less of that. Give me like a platformer.
Yeah. Outer Wilds on Switch, I'm very excited for. I'm not gonna get it because I already own it, but I'm very glad it's there for people who haven't. I would say if you haven't, you should probably check it out. Look at reviews first, because I don't know how well it'll run, but it looks like it ran all right.
Yeah.
Great
have a
game
good
though,
time.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I do like the highlights of the indie games. I like the fact that Nintendo acknowledges them, because they probably wouldn't be acknowledged otherwise. But that also is partly a criticism that I'll get into later.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. What else? Oh, I'm glad Nintendo Directs exist again, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope it's a consistent thing. This wasn't just a
I
one-off.
hope this
because
isn't
if it's
just
a
the
one-off,
only
it's gonna be
one.
really awkward.
Yeah, if this is the only Direct we have all year, I'm gonna be very upset.
This is all I
anything
have to
else?
show.
Yeah. Anything else?
The Outer Wilds.
We went over that.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I said it good.
That wasn't the last fighter in Smash, so we have 2 more coming, so that's cool.
That's good.
This wasn't mentioned in the direct, but again, Phantom Strikers is coming out soon. Huh. That should have been mentioned in the direct. I'm just gonna act like it was because it should have been.
That should have been in the Direct.
They mentioned all these other games. Oh, the Hades Physical Edition was cool.
Oh yeah.
Art looks sick, as it always does. You get a cool art book.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Some new Joy-Con designs, I guess, look neat. I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
for
but
those
it's Monster Hunter.
designs.
I don't really play Monster. Oh no, it wasn't Monster
Zelda.
Hunter. It was like Oh wait, was it Zelda? I thought it was like Monster Hunter.
Skyward Sword designs for this. For the
Oh,
new
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they look really cool. I think that's all I have.
Oh wait,
Good.
Skyward Sword getting a port in concept is really good. I'm really excited for it finally getting something like that because a lot of people say they hate Skyward Sword. I don't.
Yeah,
I haven't played
I
through the
do
game
think
fully.
the game will be mildly improved on the Switch, just based off of the fact that it has better motion controls.
Oh yeah, that and the fact that you don't even have to use the motion controls is gonna be a lifesaver for a lot of people.
Yeah, the fact that Joy-Cons have better motion control sensing than a Wii Remote does by a long shot.
There's gonna be a lot
I
of
think that's
recentering though,
Yeah.
on Galaxy, which is not
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
it's like a
nearly
button
as
press.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
but
too
in
much,
Mario
it's a button
Galaxy, where it's not too much of a problem, it's not a go out of your way thing, it's just a cursor. While in this game, it's like an integral function. It's your sword. You can't attack without it. It's gonna be kind of.
press. Yeah. We'll see. I'm glad you don't have to use motion controls. That's a good.
Oh, that's very good. I just hope it's toggleable and it's not only in handheld mode.
Yeah, I really hope they have actual options for all of it.
People are going to
We'll
lose
see.
their minds if it's if it's only in handheld mode.
Yeah.
At that point, the game is only playable in one mode. For a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I think that's all the good I got out of that direct.
It ended, which was a good thing.
Yeah, ended. Maybe that's not the good
Oh
thing.
wait, yeah, that wasn't the good thing because it ended without showing us anything. Maybe it went on for
Okay.
longer, we would know. Oh wait, no, there was the Zelda Calamity DLC. We got news that there was going to be news on Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They're at least being honest with us about the development of Breath of the Wild too.
yeah. Huh. I mean, not
Um,
really. If it's honesty, this is the vaguest honesty I've
Yeah.
ever seen. A guy kind of just came on and went, "We have no news," and then left.
and then laugh. Maybe they really just have no news.
I mean, there's no way they have no news if they're still working on the game. You could tell us what you're working on.
We added mangoes to the game.
Yeah.
Okay, bye
You could, yeah,
guys.
you could just tell us what you've completed. Just tell us like how
But what if
completed
they
it is,
haven't?
percentage.
What if they haven't completed anything interesting? What if it's literally just, guys, we added mangoes. Okay, bye.
I don't care. Just tell us how, like a percentage. Just give us a percentage. A percentage of the game. Just tell us what percentage of the game is done. If you had to estimate, and I will be okay. But going on and telling us you have no news. Oh, I'm getting negative. All right, no, I can't do this yet.
I'm getting negative. We're already angry.
I'm getting.
All right.
It's coming, man.
All right, I think that's all the positives. So time
All right,
for me
fuck it.
to
I'm going back. There was a.
Yeah, let's go back to our segue we just perfectly had of our transition.
I am. Why? Okay, so Nintendo has never been good at transparency, and even when they
No.
try, which they almost never do, it's
Yeah.
really not trying. This, like, when Zelda Man comes on and tells us he has nothing to show us for the 30th time, I'm starting to think that maybe they're just not working on the game.
Breath of the Wild 2 does not exist.
Breath of the Wild 2 was consumed by Calamity Ganon.
Nintendo's gonna be like, guys, for the 35th anniversary of Zelda, we're introducing The Legend of Zelda Breath of...
Oh yeah, and there was, and like this is the only developer that has, other than maybe the ones at Retro Studios, that has tried to be transparent with us about things, and it's just
Yeah.
so awful, because like, that you could at least tell us, just give us an inkling, just show us something that tells us that you've done work on the game. Like, I know you have. There's no way that they're just not working on the game. So what have you done? People are gonna be more mad if you show up in a year and have nothing than if you showed us why you had nothing throughout the year.
More and more that they don't show us anything, the more and more expectations rise, and the more and more people will be disappointed if it's a very simple sequel.
Oh my god, it is
'Cause
so...
the fact that it's been this long and we know next to nothing, I'm expecting a massive sequel, but I know
Oh my
I'll probably
God.
be disappointed, and it'll probably be like, guys, for Breath of the Wild 2, we added a castle. Okay,
We
that's
added
it.
a castle. It's over. No, it's
That's it.
it's so frustrating. And like, can we talk about the amount of what I felt was just complete bait in that direct? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There are some things that they couldn't have put in there without knowing that people, like, okay, Zelda Man walks on and literally goes, "You probably saw me and thought you were going to get news about Zelda." No.
Too bad. Fuck you.
We didn't need that
You don't get
transition to
Zelda.
Skyward Sword. You could have just showed Skyward Sword. Like, what is the
Yeah.
point in that?
Why did they even have him show up?
And then there was the whole Mario thing where it cuts to, "Hey, did you know this game was out? And now, let's have a look at the next game," and it has nothing to do with Mario. Like, why the fuck even
Yeah.
throw that in there? We all know the game came out.
I'm glad that they at least told us it's still in development. More than they did with Metroid Prime 4. There's a lot more than they did with Metroid Prime 4. We don't know if that game even exists still.
I haven't mentioned it in forever. What's
Yeah.
up with that?
Has it restarted again?
I hope
Just
not,
tell us.
dude. Have they canceled
Just tell
it?
us about
I'm
how
tired of
it's
studios
canceled.
silently canceling things. I thought that was something we were leaving in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Oh man, if they silently cancel this and it never comes out, people will be so angry.
It will be over, dude. People, dude, somebody's just gonna make Metroid Prime 4 before Nintendo does, and Nintendo's gonna freaking smite them and take their game.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's gonna get Nintendo to make Metroid Prime 4 is if somebody else makes it first.
If someone else does it first.
Just so they have an excuse to take that guy's game down.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, they'll take it down and they won't make Metroid Prime 4 either.
Everyone would be incredibly angry.
If that happened, which probably at this point it probably will. I don't even know. I may never. Honestly, considering how the Switch has been thus far, I may never buy another Nintendo console. I don't know.
They would have to do something groundbreaking for me to want to buy another console, and especially with their moral decisions lately, that made me want to not
Yeah.
support the company. It's just,
Yeah.
and the only reason I supported them is because they made experiences unlike any other. But now they're
And
just
now there's
not.
nothing.
They're not.
Speaking of that, yeah, let's get into that. Oh boy, Mario Golf.
Yeah,
That's all we have.
we've gotten one full-length new Mario game since the Switch came out. Dude, what is up with that?
I sure hope you're. I sure hope everyone's enjoying their Nintendo Switch. We're very glad you bought it, and as the people who made it, we're going to provide very good experiences for you. Here's all of our new games for the year of 2021.
I mean,
Starting
Say-
with Mario Golf.
huh. So, I mean, to be fair, I
And I
guess
think
we
that's
only
why-
got, like, I guess in the eras, it kind of makes sense. We only got Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Wii. We got Sunshine on the GameCube, which was only one game for that era, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. But, like,
There
those
were other
lifespans
types.
were also shorter. They had shorter console
Yeah.
generations because they were accelerating. Huh.
Hmm.
At least I think they had shorter console generations. I might just be completely wrong on that. But, like,
It's
just tell us what you're working on, man.
yeah. So
And-
yeah,
It wasn't like on those other console generations, Nintendo just wasn't making games. Like
Yeah.
even if they only made one or two Mario games on a console, which is perfectly fine, they were still coming out with other games like Zelda.
they had others
like
they were making constantly.
I don't remember any other series that Nintendo makes.
Yeah.
Pokemon. That's Game Freak.
Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin.
Oh yeah, we got the
Metroid.
Luigi's Mansion game.
Huh?
We got a Luigi's Mansion game too. I was like, there's all these IPs that you have, and I don't want to sound like an impatient gamer that is
Yeah.
entitled to every game, but
But also,
The
all we
ol-
have that's new is Mario Golf.
it's not that I'm mad that there's no new games. I'm mad because Nintendo won't admit that there's either no new games or they won't admit that they're working on things. Why are they afraid to tell us that they have things in development?
If you don't have anything to show us, just tell us that you
Are they
don't.
afraid that it's all gonna fall through because of COVID? Are they not showing anything off because they're afraid that it's all about to fall through? Are they only
That's
working on
another
easy
thing
product?
I'd like to point out. A lot of people say COVID's the reason they're having this issue. I do think that plays a part. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but also it's interesting to look back in 2019 and notice that even that year they had a low amount of games. Also, another thing, Nintendo seems to be one of the few and only companies in the industry so affected by it. I don't know if maybe that
Yeah.
says something about the infrastructure if they've been so heavily affected by it in this way compared to everyone else.
It could also be that they're based in Japan, but I'm pretty sure PlayStation is also based in Japan, and they haven't been
I
having
think
that
so.
many problems.
I'm pretty sure other Japanese companies have been doing recently at least fine again. but seemingly Nintendo just hasn't. So I don't know what's wrong over there. I'd at
We
least
would
like to
know
just
what's wrong if they would freaking
they
tell
just
us.
said so. I wish they were more transparent. We don't know if there's. The thing is, people are like, calm down. There will be another direct. We don't know
We
that.
don't know that, dude.
Will there?
We don't.
have
We
no
don't know
clue.
if
There may not be. This could be all we get for the whole year.
The reason people are mad is not because a game is coming. A game isn't coming out in the near future. The reason people are mad is because we don't know if they're working on games.
Yeah.
We don't
know
if
a new game is coming out in the future or not.
if they just told us what they were working on, just completely honest,
Yeah.
told us what they were working on, many people would not be as mad as they are.
Yeah. I just want to know.
I'm just
like-
kind of happy, honestly, because this gives me an excuse not to support the bad company.
Yeah, this gives me a reason to buy nothing from them right now because there's nothing to buy.
Because
At least I can save it for my computer.
It sucks that Nintendo makes good things because it's a lot harder to
Yeah.
not support them. It's like it's really it's a whole thing. Huh.
Yeah, there's just like not a whole lot. And I mean, we're technically getting new games, but we're not getting new games.
Yeah.
We're getting ports. We're getting a 3DS port that's $10 more than it should be. Well, than it was originally released for. It's $20 more than it should be. A Wii game that's $10 more than original release. That's at least like $40 more than it should be. $60 for a Wii game is ridiculous.
It is. That's just absurd. It was $20 on Wii U, and
I want to point out the fact that we got Mario Galaxy on the collection, so we got 3 Mario games for $60, but they're just gonna port a Wii game with barely anything added for 60.
Oh my god. Like, there's no way. Like,
This
what if they? I
objectively
hope they come out and
poor.
are like, JK. Also, it comes with these 2 other games. Because if not, people are gonna be exceptionally angry, me included.
Very angry.
Skyward Sword is not a $50 game. You know how I know that? Because it wasn't
60.
priced $50 or no. Skyward Sword isn't
It
a
wasn't
$60
priced
game.
60.
You know how I know that it's not a $60 game? Because on the last console, it was priced at $20 on their own store.
And it launched at 50.
It launched at 50. Even if you include inflation, that doesn't even apply here because it's an older game.
Mhm.
Everyone who wants to play Skyward Sword has probably already played it. The only people that haven't played it is the younger generation.
Because of that price tag alone, it motivated me out of pure spite to emulate the game and put an HD texture pack on it.
And
it
I
looks
guarantee it's going to be better, yeah.
better.
I
It looks so
guarantee
much
these
better.
textures are nothing except for up-resed. I guarantee.
I guarantee the entire game is just a 1080p upres, and that's it. They put
That's
very
it.
little effort into this, I imagine. They already had a Wii emulator, they just reused it.
And they're not going to, they're not gonna make a whole new, they're not gonna redo all the textures, they're not gonna do, whatever they did, it's not gonna be worth that extra $40.
No.
They didn't remake the game.
This is a lazy port, is what this is.
Unless they spew some stupid magic out of their ass and make it a new game.
Yeah. But
They're gonna Jedi mind trick us and make us forget that Skyward Sword ever existed and re-release it.
Oh god, I think that'd be worse though. Could you imagine if they released Skyward Sword in its current state today?
Ha ha.
Oh, people would be so angry.
Oh.
Because Skyward Sword is sort of the Star Fox Zero of the franchise. A good
is.
game that's horribly ruined by bad controls. There's a really good game under there, but that control scheme is just no.
It is.
For
Oh.
$60. I wish we I just wish we had more news, or I wish we had more info on why there's not as many things, or if there's
There's a
going to
reason
be,
indie
so-
companies are popping off right now, and it's
Mhm.
because we are no longer in the generation where it was okay for video game companies to just be companies. They need to be transparent with the people who play their games. That's the reason indie developers are popping off right now, and
Yeah.
it's because they are transparent. And they also
There's two
make
reasons.
good games.
They also make games. I think one of the major reasons indie companies are getting so big is because technologically we reached a point where most indie developers can, with a little bit of experience and money, easily afford and be able to create experiences that rival AAA or AA or first party.
And they're
games for that matter.
transparent about what they're making.
And they're transparent, and they price their games fairly, and they actually care about the consumer. They aren't just a big corporation. They actually want to make an enjoyable experience for the average person, and they put effort forth to do that.
Oh. Yeah, no one goes up to the rivals of Aether Team and is angry at them because they're not making anything. Because guess what? We know what they're making because they've told us what they're making.
Yeah.
Rivals
We
of
have
Aether
no
quite
clue what
literally
Nintendo's doing.
had their own direct. They made their own Nintendo Direct and labeled everything they were gonna do for like 3 years out, and it was amazing. It was like the best information dump I've ever seen. If Nintendo did something like that, they would pop off.
Yes, we just want to know. But
Just
they won't
tell us the
us.
state of things.
And the thing about it is, with Nintendo, how the last few years have been, this could be the only direct.
It could be.
I mean,
it could
it
be the
really
only
could be.
direct
This
for
could be all
another
we get.
year and a half. And they
could
just
be saving
silently
it all for
release everything.
E3, but it could also not be. They could also just have nothing else.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
this goes back to a theory that a lot of people have proposed that I also agree with, of this weird cycle companies have of complacency.
Yeah.
They get really big, they make a really successful console, then they get complacent. They don't make things. They stop making games. They stop
Because
caring.
the cash flow with Nintendo right now has to be fucking insane. With
It
the
is.
Switch as a product existing in the time that it does, they've
Yeah.
gotta be popping off right now.
Mhm. They're getting lots of money, but that's gonna bite them, and that's gonna not be good for them in the future when they launch their next console and they're arrogant and go, here guys, here's the Switch W or something, and expect everyone to know what it is and to buy it immediately, and that's like $400.
Nintendo is one of those companies that lives and dies by exclusives. They don't really have the third-party support
No.
to be able to hold their own against all the other big consoles,
Yeah.
which makes it so sad when they don't make exclusives, because then they're amazing ideas like the Switch. The Switch was a fantastic idea, but it's gonna kind of
Yeah.
go to waste because there's not that much coming to it right
Mhm.
now. We have all these new games coming to all the other consoles that just
Yeah.
can't come to Switch for extremely
Yeah.
obvious reasons.
And with Nintendo's lack of exclusives, I have very little to play this year on my Nintendo console, and that's really sad. That shouldn't happen. I shouldn't have so little to do.
Oh.
I have nothing to play. Like,
If
I
if
don't know why more people
Nintendo-
aren't upset
if-
about that fact.
I think there are two
Nintendo.
paths Nintendo could go down here to kind of revive the Switch. Either one, they work on third-party support to make it extremely easy to bring
Yeah.
games that were going to go on other consoles to the Switch, so they come out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Or they are completely honest with their progress in the games and they tell us why. They tell us what they're working on. They tell us why they haven't told us much about it. They tell us their stages of progress. If they just become, they can either become completely transparent or they can completely rely on third party. And it looks like
Yeah.
they're relying on third party, but they don't have the support to do that right now.
Yeah, they're trying to rely on third party, but they don't really have third party. They have indie games. Which
And those
is nice
are
that they're
good, but like,
they're
it's
good, but
not-
also that's not gonna be your massive thing.
it's not gonna be your end all be all.
Yeah. We still need things that are AAA level.
And the indie games
Even if
have
some
already
indie
been
games
out on other
are.
platforms for years.
Yeah. That's another issue. At the current moment, I have no incentive to even use my Switch, because why would I get an indie game on there when I
Yeah,
can get
I've-
it somewhere else?
I've already played all the indie games I want to play on other
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah, when I can play it in a better, more interesting format. You could say
Mhm.
portability, but like, there's other portable options. You know, people make.
I mean, yeah,
little
you
tiny
could say
things.
portability, but where are you gonna bring it right now?
Where are you gonna go?
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna take it?
Portability isn't really a commodity at the current moment with the world, so we.
So they're just
Don't-
kind of getting outperformed. That was their main grab for the Switch, and it was fucking
Yeah.
fantastic for like 2 years, and then COVID hit.
Yeah, we just lost that whole purpose.